Welcome to District 32, immersion, inspiration for ambitious business owners with big dreams.
Hello, my name is Lorraine of District 32, and I'm absolutely delighted to be interviewing today Helia Singh of Wealth Coach. She is a wealth coach. She's a very successful wealth coach, and she's going to share with us her 3 biggest misconceptions around building wealth. How are you, Helia?
Thanks very much, Lorraine. I'm very well, and thanks for the invitation.
No, I love it. And I love interviewing people who walk the talk, Helia. And for anyone who's listening, Helia retired at age 46 financially and now does what she does for fun and to give back. So hopefully that has set the scene. But Helia, what is the first misconception around building wealth?
Well, there are too many of them out there, Lorraine. But the first one I usually say is that you need money to make money. And people think that the people who are rich, they must have got money from somewhere, somebody helped them before, and that's why with that money they went and invested, and this is how they made more money. And they think there is not enough money for them to do it or to start it, which is absolutely wrong. I want everybody to know that, like me, when I came to this country, I had $0 with me. I have nothing, but all we need is just, of course, the will to work and the passion, and and not to give up. With that, yes, a bit of more money, that's going to be very useful on the way, but you don't need to have money to make money.
And what about people, though, who might come back and say, okay, well, that's very well and good, but, I'm mid-40s now. Is it too late to start, trying to build money? Or are we trying, what is it? Is there a cutoff point where you think, well, actually, you're too late now?
Well, believe me, Lauren, mid-40s is still pretty good. There are some people who leave it until they are like a couple of years before retirement. Oh. They just suddenly remember, oops, I have to do something about my wealth. So mid-40s, still there is hope and there is time. Even though I always tell people that there is, it's never too early to start thinking about retirement. And but it's just the sooner they start, the better they'll be off to.
Yeah, okay. And around that, Helia, when you're helping people with their wealth, and what's their wealth creation strategies? Is there 1 or 2 or 3 different ways that you really specialize in, or do you look at the individual, or do you just say, this is what I've done, this is where I've made the money, just copy me and we'll win? So how would you approach that?
Well, it is all depends on the individuals, I guess. It's just, okay, in general, that's what I do. When I'm sitting in a one-to-one session with clients, we'll go through what is their current situation, what is their, of course, goals for future, and what other expenses they have, and then I will map the road for them. It's just similar to just for people who, let's say, if you've gone for camping to a jungle and then suddenly you lost all GPS and all the map, you don't know where to go. I'm just there to say, okay, where did you come from and where do you want to go? And then I'll open it. I'll just basically put the light on the road and show them, if you take this way, this is how you're going to come. If you do as I did, this is what you're going to end up. And what are things are out there based on their current risk appetite, based on their current money values, because at the end of the day, I remember that this is the whole idea of how my writing books and all these programs that I did started, that I used to tell people what to do. Even though they are trusting me, they are very smart clients, but I was always wondering why they are not taking it fully or why they are not following the advice. And that's where I learned that people have that perception that maybe they cannot make it, or this is not the way for them to do it. They actually had their own doubt about themselves. It was rather than the product or my advice. And that's why I learned that I have to show them what they can do, coach them to do it there. So that's why I'm just going to try, or I'll do my best to teach people how to fish. And the fish here is just how to become wealthy themselves.
Helia, thank you very much for tip number 1, or misconception number 1, which is, you need money to make money. So I'm really looking forward to misconception number 2. Thank you very much.
You've been listening to District 32, immersion, inspiration for ambitious business owners with big dreams.